What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Tony Mack. How y'all doing today, man? I hope life is treating y'all well. I hope everything is going good. Hey, and if you're going through something, just know pain is only temporary, baby. It's going to be all right, man. Now, today, y'all, I kind of want to give my little 2 cents on this Shannon Sharpe situation that's going on, y'all. I just want to give my little 2 cents on it. And no, I'm not about to talk negative about Shannon Sharpe, the young lady that's involved in it. I'm not neither one of them. I wasn't there, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's right, who's wrong, who's true, who's false. I don't know. I don't know any of that. So I'm not going to speak on them, y'all. Not going to speak on them at all. I only want to speak on A, how the media once again does the same old tricks, and B, how everybody falls for it. And I'm talking about anytime a black man come into some money, someone out of somewhere sues them, and then we use all kind of things that have nothing to do with the case to go ahead on and condemn the brothers. You know what I'm saying? Last week, everybody was Shannon Sharpe was their favorite uncle. We loved the Cat Williams interview. We loved that Damon Wayans was on the interview talking so proudly about Jehovah God. We loved everything, man. We loved what Shannon Sharpe doing. Even had everybody doing this little Lakers in 5. Everybody was doing the chant, you know what I'm saying? Dominoes, Rhinos, Oreos, Lakers in 5. Y'all remember that? How we was everything that rhymed 3 times, Lakers in 5. Y'all remember we was doing all this? This was our favorite uncle. We had, y'all remember when he was sitting across from Skip Bayless and he had the Black a Mile in his mouth and coming up with his do-rag on. Then, you know, that's Unc right there. We would love it, Unc. You know, he was the realest guy on television. Now all of a sudden, we talking about how Shannon Sharpe is a jelly donut. For y'all that don't know what that means, that we talk about how Shannon Sharpe might have done this case with this woman. Kind of the same thing they did to Puff Daddy, you know, just a slight bar. Y'all do know Puff Daddy's in trial for trafficking, basically because he flown women out to different parties and events in his home. That's why Puff Daddy, I'm sorry for y'all that's young, P. Diddy is locked up for flying women out. But we use the body alls, we use the fact that the man may have a jelly donut lifestyle. You know, that's his business. I'm not here to judge him. We use all this other stuff that don't have nothing to do with the case. What is the proof that Puff Daddy was actually flying women out for, you know, prostitution or any of that type of stuff? We don't have no proof of that. All we did was laugh at the fact that we found out when Puffy was saying, take that, take that. He might have was talking about something totally different than dancing. But we took that and all of a sudden we saying, yeah, lock him up. Lock him up. You know, the same thing could be said about R. Kelly. No, it can't. I was just messing with y'all there. We cannot say the same thing about R. Kelly. But I'm going to say the same thing we're using this situation with Shannon Sharpe. You know what I mean? For y'all that don't know, I know I was talking long enough about it. Shannon Sharpe just earned $100 million deal. I forget who paid him the money, but we know he got $100 million deal. This is the important part. And a woman comes out of there suing him for $50 million saying that he forced her to do something that he didn't. Now, I'm going to be real with y'all. Anytime it's a situation where they're saying some man enforced some woman to do something she didn't want to do, and the first thing that woman does is go to sue the guy, I don't believe her. I'm going to keep it real. Y'all call me what you want. At this point in life, y'all, I don't care no more. I don't care about the toxic masculinity claim. I don't care about the male show. I don't care about none of that bullshit y'all try to throw on people who y'all can't prove them wrong, so y'all just try to insult them, right? I no longer care no more about how somebody feel about me. It's time for people to get on this goddamn internet and start talking the truth. Because too many black men, too many men are getting in trouble for shit like this, and nobody's saying nothing, and we know the obvious. Now, I'm not going to say I could be wrong about the young lady. That's why I'm not speaking on this situation. You know what I'm saying? Everything that she's talking about with her and Shannon Sharpe is alleged. So I'm not talking about her in particular. I'm just saying anytime I hear a situation where you're not trying to get justice, you saying a man forced you to do something, but you don't want any justice. You want some paper. That's mighty interesting. Then when we find out that according to this situation between Shannon Sharpe and the young lady, this happened on multiple occasions. So you telling me a man can do that to you multiple times and you not gonna speak up? You not gonna want justice? You not gonna try to fight him? And miss me with that, they had the voicemail, Tony Mack. You heard him on the voice. I don't care about none of that. All I'm saying is she's not fighting for justice. She's fighting for a bag. And I don't know about the rest of y'all, but anytime somebody's fighting for a bag over justice, that's something that's what we should at least call a red flag. Now, that doesn't mean that what they're saying isn't true. You heard me? Like, once again, I'm going to say that. I could still be wrong. And I know there's been situations where I have been wrong. But the majority of these situations, I know I've been right about. And y'all know I've been right about it too. But we ain't even going to talk about them. We just talking about how everybody getting on Shannon Sharpe's case behind it. See, that's what happened when he messed with a white woman. Okay. That's what happened when he messed with a young woman. He should have listened to Monique. She told him he should mess with a woman his age. So how would dating a woman his age and dating a black woman is going to guarantee that none of them would say that he did that to them as well? Make that make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? And then this the new thing that's really bothering me, right? Anytime an older man is dating a younger woman, let's say if that woman is 10 years or 15 years younger than that man, all of a sudden we calling him all kind of names, like somebody that actually, like an adult that actually messes with children. Now, no, I personally couldn't see myself as a 55-year-old man with a 20-year-old woman. I'm not judging that. I'm not here to say that's cool or it ain't cool. I'm just saying that's illegal. So why are we treating this situation like you're doing something illegal? Then on top of that, where was all this criticism for Bill Belichick? Shout out to Bill Belichick, greatest head coach of all time, greatest NFL coach of all time. Shout out to Bill Belichick. But y'all ain't talking about him. He's 70-something-year-old man with a 20-something-year-old woman. So is it a black thing that y'all mad about? Is it because Shannon Sharpe black that we really mad? Or is there somebody raised us in the black community that believes that it's wrong for an older, wealthy man to date a young woman? Because that same community, it was very quiet when Tracee Ellis Ross was sitting up there with the first black first lady of America, Miss Michelle Obama. When she sat across from Miss Michelle Obama, Mrs. Barack Obama, I should say, because they still married. You know what I'm saying? Barack Obama, the first black president of the United States. Tracee Ellis Ross sat in front of her, and they talked about how Tracee Ellis Ross said she don't date men her age. She like to date younger men. And when she said that, where was anybody calling her all those same names y'all calling Shannon Sharpe? Is it okay for her to do it? I just want to know, and I don't have nothing against Tracee Ellis Ross. Shit, she made me white girlfriends all the time, so I definitely don't have nothing against Tracee Ellis Ross. Shit, she got a body of a young, killing most young women anyway, if we're going to be real about it. But that ain't the point I'm making. The point I'm making, why are we talking about Shannon Sharpe being 50 plus and the young lady being 20 as if that has any relevancy to the case? Does that have anything relevancy to what's going on in that situation? No, it doesn't. Then we're talking about the ethnicity of Shannon Sharpe and the woman as if that has any bearing to it. See, black men, that's what happened when y'all go mess with them white girls. Yeah, because we've never had any history in black America of black women lying and saying that black men have done things to them. That's never happened in the black community. So what does race have to do with it? And I love my black people, so I'm not trying to tear us down, man, but I got to call out some realness. We got to bring some real to the front, y'all. We got to talk for real now. So what is the real beef with Shannon Sharpe? Or do we deep down inside feel some kind of way that the brother got $100 million after making millions in the NFL? Do we feel some kind of way that it seemed like God is blessing Shannon Sharpe a little bit more than us and we just happy to see him taken down? Could that be something we need to go in the mirror for? I ain't gonna lie, I don't like the fact that Shannon Sharpe still look better than me. I don't like the fact that he still got his hairline. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. That's why I make fun of the fact that he'll never be able to get out all his word like he want to. I'm jealous. I don't think Shannon Sharpe still look better than me, God. He's 55 years old. I'm going to call out it. So what's y'all problem with the man? because this seemed way bigger. It seemed like more people get mad at Shannon Sharpe than the young lady. She ain't that mad. She just want her 50 mil. She ain't that mad. But everybody else getting in their feelings about it. Even me, I'm over here defending Shannon Sharpe like he gonna put out a video about my broke ass defending me. But I'm only defending Shannon Sharpe because I'm really defending black men as a whole, y'all. I'm gonna just keep it real. It seems like we can't do anything, and anything we do, we automatically the villain and everything. And I'm not trying to cry, ooh, I'm a victim, I'm not doing none of that with y'all. I'm just want to call out some stuff that's going on in the world. And if y'all don't like what I'm saying, then maybe you're part of the problem. Let's just keep it a buck. And you don't want to look at yourself and look and come to terms with it. You know what I'm saying? And also, man, shout out to Shannon Sharpe. You know, biggest shout out to him is when he bring out his liquor, you know, Laportier. I am impressed that Shannon Sharpe could get that word out, y'all. I just want to just say that, man. I am so impressed that Shannon Sharpe could say Laportier. But I do want to know how many takes did it take for them to get that shit. Because I know he fucked that up about 40 times. Shannon, take Laportier. How I'm put to say the liquor? Laportier. Anyway, I'm just saying, shout out to Shannon Sharpe. Keep doing your thing, man. That's how you know you're on the right track, because the devil's coming for you. And hey, sometime the devil gonna get at us by bad decisions we made in our past, brother. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you do need to look as well in the mirror to see where you went wrong a little bit too with the young lady. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you're gonna get you one of them young ones, you should have did like most of them cats with that money and just mess with a porn star. So as soon as they come out and say anything, nobody ain't gonna believe what she talking about anyway. They the only people in America get treated less than a black man as a porn star. That's it. So maybe porn stars, y'all need to get out there and do videos and speak y'all plight like I'm on my soapbox doing mines. But other than that, the rest of the world, y'all don't get this type of static. Y'all know you don't. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, folks is literally mad at Shannon Sharpe because she wasn't a black woman his age. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all really think a man who make that kind of money, right? A man who keeps himself in that kind of shape, you really think he wants a woman his age? Y'all need to get off the Disney Channel bullshit. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, just a sidebar. I remember they was doing this new Bachelor show that was supposed to come out, and there was this older white guy, handsome white guy, looked like he ride horses, all this type of stuff, 60-year-old man with money, right? And all of the bachelorettes that they had up there to date this white guy was all older women. I had to look over at my wife and say, you know this some bullshit, babe. You think a man with this kind of wealth gonna want a woman his age at 60? You really think these people are keeping themselves? They don't want that. They want the best of the best. And usually when you Shannon Sharpe age, you don't really believe in no love no more anyway. That's why you just go ahead on, get you a young girl, trick it off, and have your fun. Hell, Corey Holcomb, shout out to Corey Holcomb. He talk about it all the time. He like, I know I ain't nothing but a 56-year-old man. That's why I paid the $200. Respect to Corey Holcomb for that. He just being honest. He just being honest. And Shannon Sharpe, I guess the next time you had them signing the NDA in front of your lawyer as well as her lawyer. Have it all recorded, because that's sad what we got to do these days, because you see what folks will do when you get that money. Shannon Sharpe getting that blessing, got brothers right now saying, shit, I don't never want to be shit. If that's what happened to you as soon as you get a bag, let me keep my post office job so ain't nobody trying to sue me for shit. Yeah, nigga, because when you're broke and you do wrong, your ass go to jail. That's what happens. You don't get an opportunity to pay your way out of it. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Once again, I don't know what happened in that court case between Shannon Sharpe and in the court case. I don't know what happened in the bedroom between Shannon Sharpe and that young lady, because A, I'm a man, I'm a straight man, and because of that, I don't give a fuck what another man do with his penis. That's his business. And because I don't care or know what he did with his penis, I have no right to say whether this woman is lying or not. Just like I have no right to say whether Shannon Sharpe is lying or not. All I'm saying, y'all, if we're going to convict this brother, if we're going to say that he deserves to pay this money, okay, well, use the facts of what y'all know in the case. Stop going with shit that don't have nothing to do with it. Like the fact that she's not a black woman, or she's not a person of his age, or whatever Shannon Sharpe's sexuality is. None of that shit is our goddamn business. Let's just keep it real, y'all. Tony Mack, where it's always real, but it's always love. Peace.